know I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Know I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Fuck yeah! Whew. Fuck. Do you ever just stretch so hard you just gotta scream or something? Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. There's a fight today. Let me know who you got, and let me know why you chose McGregor. My take on the whole fight today is that this is just a match to set up McGregor-Khabib again, so without a doubt in my mind, McGregor's gonna win this fight. I don't even think it's a discussion, but I guess we'll find out tonight. Also tonight, I will be streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv/mazomatic. If you want to come hang out, if you want to have a good time, we're gonna be playing some Weekend League, having a few drinks, maybe talk about the fight if you're into that. We could do that. But I hope to see you guys over there tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. I know you won't let me down. Kevin, I'm talking to you. I expect you to be there. In today's video, we got part 4 of the Weekend League recap. That's games 16 to 20. And we got it out at a reasonable hour this time. It is not in the middle of the night. So I know there's some of you who will appreciate that. You're welcome. If you read the title, we matched up with another pro player. This time, it was not a club champion, but close to it. He was Final 4 in the Browns Club Series. So this is going to be a good matchup. A good sweaty matchup as always. I hope you guys enjoy it. And of course, before we get into the games, we're going to go over the best comments of the day. The first comment coming from BBB Aiden. Big booty bitches Aiden, I bet is what that means. He said, I watched so much Mazomatic, my mom literally got in a car crash and I told her she pulled a Stevie. Is she okay though? Like, you're a terrible person. And the second comment comes from Random Blitzy, who said, if you like Mazomatic, you'll love Mazomatic Live. And he's absolutely right. If you've ever watched one of my videos and just thought, man, I wish I could get more of this guy. Well, guess what? Now you can. Go over to Mazomatic Live. We post live commentaries from the stream, sometimes off stream, some games you've never seen before. And we got a really good one coming up soon against pro player / Madden streamer Pony Montana. It was a really good game. We matched up in Weekend League. And so if you guys are interested, go check out the second channel. Hit it a sub. I'll love you forever. And the final thing before we get into the games, as I'm sure you know, about half of my viewers are not subscribed. They just watch the videos without ever hitting the subscribe button. And we're right there. So close to 100K. So if you are not subscribed and you like this content, even if it's your first time on the channel, hit that sub button. Hit the notification bell. You won't miss a video. I won't let you down. Let's get into the games. Hopping right into the games. Not much has changed with the team. Still rocking a 25 Washington, 25 Raiders team. Our quarterback is Rich Gannon. Our receivers are 99 speed Randy Moss, 98 speed T.Y. Hilton, and 97 speed Jerry Rice. Honestly, even though Jerry Rice has the lowest speed, his route running, I don't know what it is, but Jerry Rice is the best receiver I've used this year. So if you don't have a Rice, go pick him up. He single-handedly has won me multiple games just being an absolute beast. And the only receiver that I could say can compete, and maybe is even better, is Santana Moss. And Santana Moss is someone I picked up recently, but he's not going to be in this video. So Santana Moss is another glitchy player. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's get into the game. Game 16, we're 13-2. Picking up this one on the offensive side of the ball. And speak of the devil, there he is. Number 80, Jerry Rice, streaking down the sideline on a deep corner route and in the end zone early. Now to the defensive side of the ball on 4th down. My opponent tries to throw a covered pass that, unfortunately for him, is not completed. And he takes an early exit, which I'm not too mad about because, again, we had to play a lot of games in a row. So the Madden fatigue has fully set in. And so if my opponent wants to quit out early, I welcome it. I welcome it with open arms. Now 14-2 heading into the next game, starting on the offensive side of the ball. A little modest check down to Randy Moss on the sideline, feel him out, get a first down. And on 3rd and 10, he runs some man press, and Moss looks like he's got his man beat. But the pass falls incomplete, bringing up a 4th down. He's sending this crazy blitz at us, so I'm pretty much max protecting and trying to find an open receiver, and that is a laser. That was one of the best passes I think I threw all weekend. Let's take another look. He was using the slant underneath, so a nice little lob pass gets it over his user and into the hands of T.Y. Hilton, giving us a first down. That was huge on 4th down. That could have been very bad, but it ends up not mattering at all as a throw out of sack, a very poorly placed throw out of sack at that, goes right in the hands of my opponent, and he takes it back the other way for about 80 yards into the end zone, giving him a 7-0 lead still in the first quarter. So now it's our ball again. He's still sending this blitz, and thankfully Jerry Rice beats Rod Woodson over the top. And I'm going to be honest, my thumb kind of just like slipped off my joystick. I probably could have taken that in the end zone, But instead, we are left with 37 yards to go. Jerry Rice makes up the lost ground, though, finishes the job, and gets into the end zone on a deep out route, tying up the game. Now 7-7 late in the first quarter, my opponent's ball. Gannon scanning the field in a Stevie Wonder straight to Sean Taylor, who jumps up, makes the pick, and terrible stick by me. I should have gotten the end zone there. I tried to play my blockers right, but it didn't work out. T.Y. Hilton, though, once again, finishing the job. We're getting that job done. Now 14-7. We erased that earlier turnover. We took our lead back, and now we are feeling good. 3rd and 17. My opponent tosses one up.
I got cheated.
I'll tell you guys what. When I make that pass, it's a pick 10 out of 10 times. My opponent makes it, it's a catch on 3rd and 17 with a first down. He obviously changed up his game plan, didn't want to keep passing the ball after that Helly Kelly, and now he's just going stretch, stretch, stretch. Sean Alexander to the outside, and the remaining 40 yards of the drive are captured on the ground. So he gets in the end zone, tying up the game, and he's still being relentless with his blitz, just running it nonstop. And thankfully for us, Jerry Rice is bullying Rod Woodson on the outside. He gets tackled at the 2-yard line, and we cannot push the ball in. And this is going to be huge, the fact that we didn't get in the end zone there, because now we're only up 3. It's his ball in the second half, and he's just running this stretch, and we can't figure it out. We can't get the run DC. It's just stretch, 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 throwing in passes every now and then. He's getting like 3 or 4 yards. Somehow completes that across the face of my safety. I would have loved it if my safety would have played that. But after that catch, you guys know the drill. It's back to stretch. And they said they nerfed stretch, earlier in the year. Stretch wasn't that great. But I'm here to tell you guys, stretch is back. Because if you get in strong H-wing, you get an I-tight, one of those formations, and you start running stretch, especially with extra tight end blockers in there, it can be very tough to stop. I followed up with a Stevie. When I'm playing somebody who's a runner like this, I start to get very frustrated, and it even affects my own offense because I'm just so impatient at that point. I'm trying to push stuff that's not open. I start running a cover 2 in hopes to stop the stretch better, and he hits Randy Moss on the sideline into the end zone. So now late in the third quarter, we are down by 11 points, a 2-possession game, and it's another Stevie from me. And I am shooting myself in the foot here because I really don't think this guy's done anything to earn this big of a lead. It's just more of me making stupid mistakes. So now we're late in the third. It's his ball at the 37, and he throws it to the flats again, and I forgot strong H-wing has that man coverage glitch, and if you're not on top of your game like this, it's not going to be ending well for you. So he gets in the end zone again, now taking a 3-possession lead, and as we're heading into the fourth quarter, things are starting to get desperate, especially when he's sending this blitz, and it's you got to kind of dink and dunk your way down the field. So we're kind of 4th and 9 here. I'm trying to take shots. They're not paying off. We get sacked, and then get this, a fucking earthquake hit my house. My router went out. The Wi-Fi went down, and, I got the disconnect loss. I would have come back and won that game easily, but that damn tornado and EA's servers, fuck EA. It was EA's fault. Screw EA and their servers. Trash-ass McDonald's Wi-Fi. Moving on to the next one. We are out for vengeance. We have now lost 3 games, and so I pretty much got to win out these last 8 games if I want to get a high ranking in top 100 like I feel I deserve. So we are on a mission to win out these last 8 games. We need to do it. And we got to start with this game. We play good defense, get him in a 4th down in the first quarter. And again, we're pretty much bagging everything. He throws it to the sideline. Rod Woodson is there. And god damn it, what is this, dude? Look at this shit. That's not fair. That is not fair. That's perfect defense on 4th down. Look at Rod Woodson. It goes in his hands and then somehow teleports into the... Come on. I'm done with this shit, EA, okay? I'm done with this shit. 3rd and 13 now. He throws to the sideline. This time, justice is served. We get the perfect timing user pick and get the turnover. So now it's our first time on offense. It's a 3rd and 8, and we're not really finding much open. I throw the ball away. Intentional grounding, of course. I thought I was out of the tackle box. Whatever. We got to punt the ball back. Now back to the defensive side of the ball. And the way our defense has been playing, I mean, come on, bro. Are you kidding me? That wasn't a pick right there. But the way our defense has been playing, I am fully expecting to get a stop, and we do just that. User lurk Isaiah Simmons. What's new? Now 1st and 10. Offense has another chance. This time, how about no intentional grounding? How about this time we throw a laser to Randy Moss on the sidelines and get into the end zone? How about that? 7-0, good guys. 4th and 2 now for my opponent. We have been playing phenomenal defense, and that streak continues. Sean Taylor getting the tipped interception. Gonna jurtle on my opponent and get to the 47. Now at the 38, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Our ball once again. Great block pickup by Barry Sanders and a fucking bad read by me. Perfect timing user pick. Deion Sanders able to jump up. Honestly, not the best read, but there was a small chance Jerry Rice could get by him. So we give the ball back to my opponent. Now 3rd and 19. Defense playing as stout as usual. Offense sloppy as ever. He tries to force a pass deep down the right side. Rod Woodson able to come up and get the perfect timing user pick. Unfortunately, not a great return. But with a minute left, we are starting our drive at the 40-yard line. A pretty good opportunity, if you ask me. We throw the deep corner out. Jermichael Finley on the other end makes a great catch and burns his man, extending our lead to 14 points. Still late in the first half. 2nd and 7. A nice throw from my opponent. And as he gets to about midfield, this is the first time all game, he's actually moving the ball on us pretty consistently. So there's a bad time for this to come with 30 seconds and a half. I would love a stop right here, but another dot from him, this time getting out of bounds, and now he's in field goal range. So as time runs out in the first half, he gets his first points of the day, and we go into halftime 3-14. Coming down the second half, it's our ball. We're running PA boot over, looking for our tight end. Got a lot of pressure in our face, and a 360 no-scope throw from Gannon, and it's completed out to midfield. Jermichael Finley. Take another look at this. 2 guys in his face, crossbody, back foot, doesn't matter. Gannon makes the throw. He gets a lot of hate, bro. Gannon gets a lot of hate, but I have actually seen him recently make a lot of really good throws. That is one of them. Bo Jackson on the cover 3 beater, and that's going to put the nail in the coffin. Pierre has conceded the game. We're now 15-3. Like I said, we got to win out. Now, I want you guys to notice something. All the games before this, I was wearing a tan sweatshirt. Going into that last game, I switched my shirt for good luck because I wasn't feeling the sweatshirt anymore. So this green shirt is going to give us the luck we need and hopefully win out these games. Coming into the next one, starting on offense, a dot early gets us to the 30-yard line. Gannon dropping back once again. Going to pass again. That's a laser. I mean, my God, that was one of the best throws Gannon has made for me. As long as I've had him, this was like 65, 70 yards in the air. T.Y. Hilton got 3 guys trailing right on his hips, and the ball is just put out right in front of him where T.Y. can run. That was a dime, man. There's no better way that ball could have been placed. That was perfect by Gannon, and that momentum is the spark we needed. Our defense gets a stop, and now we're back on offense, hoping to get 2 possessions. Another dime from Gannon to the sideline. Jerry Rice, toe tap into the 28-yard line. Now inside the red zone, and it's another ball to Rice. The exact same play, just flipped. And with that pass, we are now up 14-0, still in the first quarter, and the defense has been stout, so I'm not really worried about it anymore. And of course, as I say that, a great read from my opponent gives him the ball in our territory, and he is looking for 7. He needs 7. He's a masturbator. A masterful bait, if I do say so myself. Stops his drive in its tracks, and with a great return, we get the ball out to field goal range, and as long as we don't turn the ball over, we can kick 3, go up 3 possessions, and call it a day. Another great dime from Gannon between defenders, gives us a ball inside the 10, and from here, it's man coverage. We're looking to pass one of these curl routes. I threw square a tad bit too late. I think that would have been a catch, and I don't know what's going on with the camera here. Camera just glitching out. But if I threw that a little bit earlier, that would have been a dot, I think, but because camera, what do you do? Hey, can we get this figured out? What the hell's going on with the camera? Someone figure this shit out. What was I saying? Anyways, yes, that was a very costly turnover. It cost us a full possession. And now my opponent's driving on us. A huge gain off a little dump off to his running back. Now he has the ball in scoring range at the 22. So if he gets 7 here, it's going to be 1 possession ball game again. And another good read from him up this seam. That's a tight end falling across the goal line and making this game a little bit closer. Now we're only up 7. And that wasn't a bad read. That was a good read by me, but a bad pass lead. If I would have pass led that to the sideline instead of up, as you guys can see here, R1 was going to be open to the sideline, but I passed it up to the safety, and that caused it to be an interception. So now my opponent's got a chance to tie the game. He's got the ball at the 22, and he takes off with Gannon. My user sees it, dives, gets a hit stick, but he does not cough up the football. Now his ball, 2 minutes to go in the first half. He takes off with Gannon again. This time throws a laser, gets into the end zone, and ties up the game. So in a matter of seconds, this game has gotten just manhandled, flipped around, and turned upside down on some Riley Reid shit. And so at this point, I realize I need to lock in. I need to go into super drive and figure this out because I cannot lose this game, especially to this guy. So 1 minute left, looking for a broken play. That's so hot. And the laser of the game on a lob pass, a broken play. Let's take another look at that one. We saw square, Randy Moss streaking up the field. There was no one in front of him, so we gave him a little touch pass. Let that boy run under it, and the 99 speed did the rest, and we get our lead back. Now up 7 points again. Back to the defensive side of the ball, and another beautiful bait from our man Isaiah Simmons. Gets a turnover in field goal range. But guess what? We're not settling for a field goal. Gannon rolling out to the right. Sees R1 on the deep post. It's in coverage, but it is an absolute dime. That ball, once again from Gannon, could not have been placed any better. And a simple fullback dive gets us into the end zone for a 2-possession lead. Now fix this shitty camera! The hell's going on with this damn camera? 6 seconds on the clock. My opponent has driven down the field, and he's looking to pass once again. This time throws it just past our user. With 1 second left, calls a timeout, kicks his 3 at the end of half, but it's still a 2-possession lead. So going to the second half, it's 28-17. It's his ball, and we need 1 stop.
He's a masturbator.
Another beautifully orchestrated user lurk is pretty much going to put this game out of reach for my opponent. Now in the third quarter, we're up 2 possessions. It's our ball. And really, as long as we just chew down some clock, we're going to be okay. Gannon with another beautiful pass to Jerry Rice gets us inside the 10. We kick our 3, go up 14 points once again. And at this point, I'm not really worried about this guy coming back. I'm going to be honest. 4th and 24, you think he's going to convert this? You think he's going to convert this? Fuck no, he's not. Deion Sanders, blanketed coverage, gets the interception. He takes a big hit at the end of the return, but your peer has conceded the game. Nothing matters. We get the dub, 16-3, and we're going into game 20, the final game of this episode. We match up with Bronco. Now, I recognize this guy's name, as usual, because he's top 100 quite consistently. But I did some research after the fact, and this guy is a pro player. He was top 4 in the Browns Club Series this year. So top 4 is pretty solid. Obviously not a club champion, but if you're making it that far, you got to know what you're doing, at least somewhat. So starting off the game, I know it's going to be a sweat. Everyone in the chat's telling me there's going to be a sweat. We're going to have to lock in. We got to stop on our first defensive series, and now on the offense, we're moving pretty nicely. He's running 3-3-5 odd. You notice he's only sending like 1 or 2 guys every time. A great playmaker to T.Y. Hilton gets us a ball to the 10-yard line, and from there, we go into goal line and pretty much just run it. Barry Sanders fighting through defenders. So on the board early, 7-0, and anytime you're coming out in a game that you know is going to be a sweat, it's such a good feeling when you start off hot. We got to stop on our first defensive drive. We scored on our first offensive drive, and now we're looking to keep this momentum going, but he is moving this time. You see he's dotting over the middle, dotting to the sideline, and now he's across midfield. So he's just 10 yards out of field goal range, looking to pass again, and another corner route to the sideline. Our curl flats were just not covering the sideline, as I'm sure many of you guys know. And he's operating out of A slot. So something that you got to keep in mind when you're playing someone like this is that there's a lot of high-powered runs in that formation. So a balanced attack like this, where you can run the ball or you can pass the ball, is very tough to stop sometimes. And that's why I'm thankful I run nickel 3-3-5 wide, which is good against the pass and the run. So we're not going to talk about that read right there. That was a Helly Kelly if I've ever seen one. And it gives him the ball back and really puts this game at a stalemate, because the advantage I had at the beginning is now gone with that bad read, and he's moving again now at the 30-yard line. Only a minute to go in the first half. He's looking to pass again. A lot of receivers open, and he threw the corner out a tad bit too late. It would have been open. That would have been a dot again if he threw it a split second earlier, but Deion Sanders was able to make up that lost ground and get the interception. And with 20 seconds left, we really need like 3 points right here, because we're getting the ball in the second half. So going into half with a lead would be huge. But there's only so much time on the clock. We got a 4th and 6 with 6 seconds left. We're looking for a big play to put us in field goal range, and we don't see it open, so we just throw it up. User swat, and we go into halftime tied. So coming out in the second half is our ball, like I said, tie game, and this is a drive that is very important to both sides. If we get points here, I'm going to consider this a dub, and a huge pass right there to Jermichael Finley on the delay fade gets us about 30 yards, and now we're in a 4th and long. We wait on the in route, a great ball from Gannon, a low pass. T.Y. beats his man coverage, and we get the 3 points we needed. So now we take a lead. I can rely on my defense a little bit, which, as you guys know, I'm very comfortable doing. Much rather rely on my defense than my offense, and the defense gets the job done. We got a sack on 3rd and long. He had to punt it to us, and then he gets a sack of his own, only sending 2. Nickel 3-3-5 odd can be very frustrating. And now 4th and 11, we get another sack. This is a defensive game. This time we're starting our drive from the 25-yard line, and a run from Barry Sanders is going to get us inside the 10 with 2 minutes to go. And any points here would be huge, but a 7 ends this game, and we get the 7 points that we needed. And with that, a 2-possession lead under the 2-minute warning. Pierre has conceded the game, and we get the victory. So our record is now sitting at 17-3. We've won 3 in a row, and I told you guys we need to win all the remaining games if we want to do well in the top 100. So we're on the right track, but there's 5 more games to go. Tune in tomorrow to find out how our weekend league finishes. Will we get top 100? Will we win out the rest of our games? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.